Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making a healthy meal that has lots of vegetables and lots of good food for you. So me and my mom are trying out this elimination diet to see what foods make you feel bad. And anyways, this is just one of the meals we are doing. It is a really good meal. We would probably make something really similar before we started the diet. So you just cut the chicken up into little strips, like fajita size, however you like your fajita. I use chicken breast. And then you put a few tablespoons of olive oil in there, and you're just going to marinate this seasoning blends that we're adding to the olive oil for 30 minutes, and then you'll just cook it. So that was a teaspoon of oregano, and you're going to do a teaspoon of cumin as well. This makes a recipe of like 4 pounds of chicken. We have 9 people in our family, so we use that much chicken for one meal. Then you're going to put a tablespoon or 2 of garlic, depending on how much you like garlic. You can put less. Basically, just adjust the recipe as you need. Then I'm just going to mix it with my hands. And then you will just put some foil on this to let it marinate for 30 minutes. In the meantime, while it is marinating, you can prepare the rest of the meal. So, today I'm going to be making peppers and onions to go with the fajitas, of course. So they're just going to be like sauteed. Just chop them up however you like. I did I cut them lengthwise, and so they were the way I like them, but you can dice them, you can chop them however you like. So we're going to be making the side of onions and peppers sauteed. Some people add it to the chicken, but some of my siblings are picky, so I did not do that. One of the other things we're going to be making later is some guacamole. This guacamole that we make is amazing. It doesn't really have a recipe, but guacamole is really good for you, especially with the avocados is what makes it healthy. But you can't use normal tortilla chips for how we are going to be eating this because of gluten. So we have these bean chips you can see. I'll explain those later. But you can kind of see a little bit of them in this clip. So I'm just going to be making the guacamole in a blender. It's easier for me because some people in our family like smooth guacamole, some like chunky, but this is easier either way because you don't have to use much of your muscle. So first I used 8 avocados to put in this blender. Some of them weren't really the ripest, so that's why I only ended up using 8. And then I just diced up 1 tomato to put in this guacamole. You can do however much, it's just personal preference. You can dice them or you can add them in after you blend it, however you like your guacamole. And then if you're not a fan of cilantro, you don't have to do cilantro, but we love cilantro, so I just added that. And you don't really have to chop it up very much. Since I'm using a blender, I didn't do it very much. So that is that. And then I added minced garlic. And then I added like the whole container, which was like a tablespoon left. So a tablespoon of garlic, but you can add however much depending on your preference. And then I forgot to cut my onions for the sauteed peppers and onions. So for these, they were just small onions from my garden that didn't do as well, but they're still good, so I just diced them instead of slicing them lengthwise. So I'm adding those, and the peppers are already going, but they haven't made much progress yet, so that was okay. So we just gave that a little stir. I don't like to waste my scraps, so I save them all in this tub for the chickens. After I blended the guacamole a lot, I added garlic salt and pepper and salt. This salt is pink Himalayan salt, which is a really good salt brand or kind. Redmond salt, I heard, is another really good one. So I added lots of pepper and lots of salt because avocados are kind of plain, so you need a lot of flavor. But again, add it how you like it, so on. This is what the guacamole came out to look like. I'm trying it on a white bean tortilla chip. I'll explain to you what kind of chips those are later. This is the chicken after 30 minutes. I just put it in a normal skillet on low, and I cooked it for probably 30 minutes in that skillet. I did put foil over top it so that it would cook, and it doesn't have a lid, so that's a good tip. You can just put foil on top of it and it works. So these are the chips. They're Bonitos white bean tortilla chips or black bean tortilla chips. They both have sea salt and they have some protein in them. There's no gluten, so they're really good. So we have guacamole and black beans for toppings or condiments, and then watermelon as a side dish. So I think I should have drained a little bit of the liquid after marinating, but it's fine how it is. You don't want dry chicken, so it was good this way. And then I put a little water in with olive oil and those peppers, and so they were a little liquidy, but also I like that better than burnt. So, and then I fed the chickens the scraps, and they were pretty happy. And then I decided to catch up on the dishes that I used because I made a lot.
I've been thinking about myself today, thinking how have I changed, how I really don't care if you are here or if you don't stay. Now I'm feeling those winter blues, but I don't wanna cry. All we ever do is laugh it off, and I'm sick and I don't know why. You remember that night we met?
So this is some of the chicken that we raised ourselves. So this is a good meal you can make with that. And this is what each plate turned out to look like. The first one was mine, and this is my mom's. This is my brother's. Well, one of my brothers, and then this was my sister's. They're all different. Adjust it to how you like it.
You look so fine. Guess we have to agree to disagree for this one last time. Pretty weird that day when we did.